Así, muy bien. Estoy de vuelta con más de Hogwarts Legacy. Vamos a comenzar esta prueba de vuelo que hay por aquí. Ya con nuestra mejora en la escoba que habíamos obtenido en el video anterior. Así que vamos a ver, este lugar está por aquí. La verdad no siento tanta diferencia. Supongo que es de aceleración y de velocidad final, pero vamos a ver. La verdad no siento que sea muy diferente. Ya llegamos. Vamos a ver qué tiene que decirnos esta tipa. Supongo que falta esta prueba y otra más, así que vamos a ver qué pasa.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
Ok, volveré más tarde. Ok, de una sola vez.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Hufflepuff.
Qué necia. Ok, déjeme ver. Vamos a ver. Oh, rayos. Vamos a ver cómo nos va aquí.
Made it.
Oh, rayos. Oh, eso está demasiado rápido. Rayos, casi lo pierdo. Se me olvida acomodar la... Oh, maldita, o sea, casi lo pierdo. Se me olvida acomodar la cámara a veces. Son 2 minutos 42. Wow.
That wasn't too difficult.
No. Para ella no. A mí sí, vamos a ver. Oh, carajo. Está rapidísimo. Ok, apenas vamos como por 1/3 de la carrera.
This is going well.
Supongo. Ok, muy bien, muy bien. Estamos bastante estables. A pesar de ese par de veces que casi me reviento ahí. Ok. Estoy tratando.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself.
Ok. Ahora, ¿para dónde? Oh, perdí esas que estaban abajo, vean esas. Pero bueno, no pasa nada. Supongo que no pasa nada. Wow. Sí lo vi. Uf. Sí lo hice adrede. Vamos, agarremos algo por lo menos. Oh, ya vamos a terminar.
Made it.
¿Por qué fue ese tiempo? Así como por 20 segundos. Wow. Genial. Salir. Estuvo buena la carrera. Vamos a restregar en la cara a la tipa esta.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Ok, hablemos.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Hufflepuff. You take care of yourself.
Ok, muy bien. Listo, entonces. Esas pruebas creo que
Mr.
quedan.
Weeks knows that this was his best upgrade yet.
Ok, muy bien. Podemos ir a hablar con él de una sola vez. Sí, estas pruebas quedan abiertas. Creo que uno puede aquí venir. Déjame ver. Ajá. Ver clasificación. Ah, ok. Evento de carreras. Oh, ok, vean esto. Hay una, por ejemplo, una que tiene inclusive mejor tiempo que la que yo hice. ¿Y por qué no está esta estúpida? Ni idea. Tal vez inclusive hasta estos sean tiempos de gente real en línea. No sé. No tengo la menor idea, la verdad. Ok, ¿saben qué? 5000 pasos hasta allá. Ok, voy a hacer un viaje rápido a Hogsmeade para hablar con ese tipo de una sola vez. Vean, esto se me jodió la capa. Ya, ahora sí está lista. Sí, voy a moverme y vuelvo enseguida para ver qué tiene que decir este tipo acerca de la próxima mejora que tiene que hacernos. Ok, muy bien. De vuelta en Hogsmeade. Vamos a hablar con este tipo. Con Albi. Así que vamos a ver.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Ok, muy bien. Vámonos de aquí entonces y vamos a ver.
For Mr. Weeks.
Ok, ¿qué iba a decir ella? No entendí. Déjenme ver. Ok, ni idea. Ok, déjenme hacer algo. Voy a escoger una misión secundaria de acá. Base de la extorsión. Furtivos a domicilio. Debo hablar con Poppy y averiguar por qué. Tal vez hablemos con ella. Y ver de qué se trata. A ver, tal vez tenga que pasar algo bastante vacilón después de haber devuelto ese huevo de dragón. Así que sí, algo que no sé si tengo talentos. Creo que no tengo talentos disponibles. Solo tengo... ¿Cuántos son? Si no me equivoco, creo que uno podía llegar solo hasta nivel 40. Así que en teoría podría tirar o podría agregar... En teoría, 3 puntos más. Ok, creo que entonces vamos a ir a hablar con Poppy. No sé ni siquiera dónde es esto. 800. Sí, es en Hogwarts esto. Así que déjenme hablar con ella. Vamos a movernos rápidamente. Ver de qué se trata todo esto. Ok, muy bien. Estoy de regreso cerca de Hogwarts. Vamos a hablar con Poppy, que estaba aquí. Este fue el lugar donde nos había enseñado a... Nos había presentado a Highwing. Vamos a ver. Ajá, vamos a ver qué tenemos que hablar con ella. Espero que sea algo interesante, ¿no? Alguna misión o algo así.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us. Who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Pensaba que era un compañero o alguien así. Ser muy hostiles, hablemos.
Centaurs aren't known for being the friendliest lot, especially not with wizard kind. And not right now.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
¿Qué?
I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Ok, genial. Pensaba que iba... Pensaba que de verdad iba a empezar a... Y hoy vamos a empezar a hacer algo ya. Déjame ver qué otra cosa hay aquí disponible. Podríamos también ir a hablar con Nati. Porque el resto son... Todas estas son misiones secundarias. En algún momento las voy a hacer. Pero por ahora tal vez... Hablar con Nati fuera de Hogsmeade. Rayos, y yo estaba en Hogsmeade. ¿Por qué no hice eso antes? Déjeme ver esto. Hogsmeade. ¿Dónde está ella? Ah, está aquí. Al parecer.
Hogsmeade.
Y lo que no entiendo es exactamente qué vamos a hacer aquí. Vamos a ver. ¿De verdad? Vamos a ver, tal vez esto sea una buena misión.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Ok, genial. ¿Qué espero obtener? ¿Dónde puedo encontrarlos?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Básicamente hacer todo el trabajo. Ok, déjeme ver. Vamos a hacer esto. Ok, vamos a donde nos lleve primero el juego. Aquí abajo en el minimapa. Aquí en las tres escobas hay alguien. Parece que sí, alguien arriba. Ok. ¿Dónde estaban las escaleras? Ok, vamos a ver.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Más arriba, inclusive, ok. Aquí creo que ya no quedaba nada. Exacto, ya yo había arrasado con todos los cofres y todo lo que hay aquí. Ok, vamos a hablar
What have I done?
con ella. Daisy.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Señora Rabe, deseamos que reconsidere brindarnos su ayuda para satisfacer nuestras necesidades bancarias. Esperamos durante un tiempo considerable que tome una decisión por su cuenta, pero estamos comenzando a perder la paciencia. Sabemos que su esposo apreciaría que usted viese el valor de nuestra propuesta de trabajo conjunto. Esperamos una respuesta antes del fin de semana. Será mejor que esto quede entre nosotros.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Ok, simplemente es evidencia. Yo pensaba que hasta le íbamos a ayudar a rescatar al esposo, pero al parecer no. Vamos a ver con quién más tenemos que hablar por aquí. Ok, nos llevan por acá. 50 metros. Bueno, metros.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But
Yes,
perhaps
yes.
it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Muy bien.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Listo.
Hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Ok, déjame hacer algo. Voy a vender cosas. Aquí está el señor Hill. Voy a vender cosas.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Esto, déjame ver. ¿Qué es esto? Conjunto gallardo cobalto. Yo ya lo tengo. No recuerdo haberlo. No recuerdo tenerlo. Tal vez es un conjunto. Ok. Déjame ver si hay algo valioso. En realidad. Oh, carajo. Todo lo que tiene es mejor que lo que yo tengo. Vean esto. Ok, ¿saben qué? Creo que no voy a gastar tiempo por lo menos haciendo esto, pero entre videos voy a venir a comprar todas estas cosas. Vean esto. Sí. Ok, muy bien. Denme unos segundos. Voy a vender todo lo que no necesite. Así que sí, denme unos segundos y vuelvo enseguida. Y muy bien, estoy de regreso. Como pueden ver, inclusive si compré uno de esos trajes que había aquí en la tienda. Y era uno de los que no tenía. Un traje gallardo, no sé qué se llamaba. Se ve muy bien. Creo que la capa no le combina, honestamente. Quizás debería usar alguna otra. Pero por ahora, déjenme ver. Ya está. El tipo con el que tenemos que hablar. Es extraño cómo el juego cambia como... No sé, como que cambia la temperatura del juego cuando entramos por esta zona. Bajamos. Y todo se ve diferente, es rarísimo. Ok, déjenme hablar con él.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Ajá, aquí está. Vamos a hablar con él.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Ok, muy bien. Vamos a ver, vuelve al punto de encuentro y hablar con Natty. Supongo que esto va a ser todo lo que tengamos que hacer aquí. Así que déjenme ver si me muevo. Si este conjunto, no sé qué gallardo, está cómico. Como dijo, no le combina casi nada esa capa. Déjenme ver si puedo escoger tal vez otra que le combine. Tal vez esta. Vamos a ver. Sí, esta se ve un poco mejor. Un poco mejor. Ok, muy bien. Estamos ya casi aquí donde está Natty para hablar con ella. Y miren que termina esto de este tipo, Harlow. A ver si ya dejamos de ser detectives y hacemos algo de verdad o qué.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Interesante. Cambio de planes. ¿Cómo llaman esto? En inglés le dicen un plot twist. Vamos a ver. Ahora es que la secuestran. Tenemos que salvarla. Genial, vamos a ver esto por acá.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Oh, rayos. La varita. No puede ser.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Oh, Dios. Vean acá. Los pasos. Los pasos. Está dentro aquí. Ya no puedo caminar rápido.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
¡Ve al otro! ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? Desapareció por la pared. Qué estupidez. Ok. Ok, por aquí.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Uy, esto va a ser gigantesco como en todas las otras ocasiones. Vamos a ver. Está buenísimo esto.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Ok. Es obvio, ¿no? Un par de actos. Ok, hay que dejarlo entonces. Para que termine todo el movimiento. Perfecto. Esto nos va a abrir por aquí.
A hidden door.
Encuentra... Oh, aquí puedo encontrar todo. ¿Qué carajo? Voy a hacer todo.
Auntie must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Vamos a buscar. Aquí voy a buscar absolutamente todo. Opcionales, dicen. Como les dije, no importa si esto es de una hora.
Better be sure I'm not seen.
¿Qué? No me pueden ver. Ok, puedo bajar por allá. Vean este. Tengo que llegar hasta allá sin ser visto. Están locos. Pero me dan la opción de pelear también. Eso es lo extraño siempre de esto. Colección actualizada. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Quién era ella? Oh. Aquí está una de esas. Estuve buscando por todo el mapa los enemigos infames o algo así se llaman. Y aquí está ella. Y esto lo puedo hacer facilísimo, vean. Y listo, ya tengo uno menos. Por este lado. Rayos, vean este. Ese también lo puedo.
More times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Nadie se dio cuenta. Déjeme ver si hay algo aquí atrás. Aquí puedo irme por algún lado. No sé para dónde, pero igual. 1, 2, 3, 6. Estos dos. Ya he hecho suficientes veces esto. Este tipo que está acá, como un petrífico total, no lo puedo acabar. Siempre queda con un poco de vida. Alguien me vio ahí. Querido Otto. Ok, aquí está. Ok, leí tu última carta. Perfecto, esto es lo que necesitábamos. Con todo mi afecto, Rosie. Ok, perfecto, perfecto. Esta es la carta de amor.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
¿Eso qué es? ¿A dónde vamos a dar aquí? Hacia arriba. A ver si no estoy dejando nada. Creo que no. No estoy dejando ese cofre.
Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
La única forma de destruir a este tipo sería petríficos totales de totalus y magia antigua de una sola vez, porque solo el petríficos no sirve.
Plans must be carefully and strategically laid out. Haste is a fool. The girl's friend won't come.
Vamos a hacerlo. Ya que no hay nadie aquí, intentemos hacer esto. Vamos a ver. Perfecto.
Aha! I see you.
Asumiendo que nadie me vio. Muy bien, muy bien. Pasa por aquí. Aquí es donde hay que llegar. Pero entonces asumo que lo que estoy buscando tal vez esté en aquella caja. O no. ¿Saben qué? Ya me harté. Voy a comenzar a reventar a todo el mundo aquí. Voy a hacer unos petríficos totales con este tipo. Maldita. Estúpida me ve. Sí, no voy a poder hacerlo. ¿Dónde hay un barril? Aquí no hay ningún barril. No hay ningún barril aquí.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
I see you.
El Imperio, vamos a ver. O Imperius, como quieran llamarlo. Oh, la mataron. La mató él. Perfecto. Este tipo no le afecta nada, Rals. Ni con Levioso, ni con Accio, ni todo, ninguno de ese estilo le pasa nada. Ok. ¿Qué es esto? Recolectar. Vamos a ver si lo que nos falta está acá. Pues Mario, perfecto. Dulcibela Filbert. Ok, perfecto, ahí está.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Muy bien, ahora sí. Vamos a movernos. Ok. Y agarrar esto de aquí. Otro objeto, supongo que es legendario. Y es para la espalda. Ok. Luego tengo que ir a descubrir qué son. Bien, vámonos de aquí. Tal vez haya editado un poco de esa parte porque estuve muy lento haciendo todo eso. Allá está.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will over here. I need your help.
Isco. Oh, ok. Perfecto.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Siendo bloqueada. Vamos a llevarnos todo este dinero. ¿Y qué es esto? Más dinero.
Wand could be in there.
Oh.
Somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Herradura, ¿es esto? Supongo que es esto.
Natty couldn't summon Mr. Rabe's wand from her cell. It must... Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Facilísimo. Qué inútil esta Natty. ¿No que se suponía que ella podía usar magia sin varita?
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Ok, de una sola vez, hagámoslo. Probablemente si nos quedamos ahí recibamos daño. No puede ser. No pasó nada. ¿Y Natty? ¿Qué? Ok. ¿Será que nos enfrentamos a Hollow aquí? ¿O no? No creo.
And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Ok. Olvidámonos de desaparecer. Déjenme ver qué más puedo hacer. Aquí. De pulso. Tal vez. Junto con Imperio. Ok. Entremos de una sola vez. Escapa del escondite. Esto debe estar repleto de enemigos. ¿O no? Definitivamente aquí tienen que llegar, ¿no? Ok, no los veo. Más dinero. Vámonos. ¿Será que de verdad nada más salimos de aquí? Listo.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Oh, wow, de una sola vez ella. Está aquí.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Las autoridades no fueron de mucha ayuda. Entendido. Obviamente lo que va a pasar es que no van a hacer nada, como siempre. Y probablemente tengamos que en algún punto que acabar con él nosotros.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Base de la extorsión. Ok, genial. Esto estuvo buenísimo, esta
I
misión.
think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Ok, muy bien. Eso va a quedar para el próximo video. Y por ahora entonces voy a dejar este video hasta acá. En el próximo continuamos con más de Hogwarts Legacy y... oh rayos, más correos.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Ok, muy bien. Listo, entonces voy a dejar este video hasta acá. Próximo continuamos con más de Hogwarts Legacy. Y probablemente con esta misión de Poppy. Así que, pues bueno, como es costumbre que no se diga más. Pásenla bien, cuídense mucho y nos vemos. Hasta la próxima.